Cancer, hello. This is your weekly reading. Welcome. I hope that you're doing well and that you are finding some clarity, finding some movement and ability to let go through this transformative journey with Pluto and the eclipses. This is a very potent time for change for all of humanity. So we're gonna start off with a card from Native Spirit Oracle. This is a message for Sun, Moon, or Rising in the sign of Cancer. Please keep in mind these are general messages, so take what resonates for you. All right, let's get started. Brief introduction. We have talking stick. Seems as though there are some important things to communicate. Speak your truth. The soul loves the truth. Communicate from your heart and share your reality without hesitation. Be willing to stand before the crowd and share from your center. This isn't the time to be shy and hesitant. It's a time to heal through communication. You have the gift of a true leader through the way you communicate with others. In my family, we used a talking stick when it was time to communicate throughout the family between my siblings and my mother, and we had a busy, crowded household. And the talking stick allows the speaker the space to speak from their truth without being interrupted by anybody else. You cannot speak unless you had the talking stick. So it's a good practice to have if you're in an important conversation, something that you really need to speak your truth, get off your chest. Maybe introduce the talking stick. If you don't have a stick, maybe grab a crystal, or whoever is holding the object is the speaker. All right, Cancer, let's see what energy is driving this reading for you. Today is a very potent day of energy for me, and I feel like it's not anything bad, but the guides, the spirits that that are channeling through me are a bit more serious today. There's some important things that we are working through, shedding, letting go of past stories, past pain. And a lot of times, in order to really release and let go, it is important to speak your truth, get it out of you. And if you, for some reason, cannot physically speak, write it down. Don't use forms like texting and other things, though, because it's difficult to really feel the energy. I mean, you can, if you're a true empath, you can feel the energy through text, but a lot of people will take things out of context. Anyway, let's get started. What's the energy driving this reading for Cancer? We have Cardinal, which is instigation. This takes bravery, a pioneering spirit. So it is, I believe, from the talking stick, it is up to you, Cancer, to initiate this conversation, this communication, this important communication for your healing and most likely for others involved. Okay. Cancer, you have no problem speaking your truth. The issue is that you are extremely sensitive and emotional, an emotional water sign, that sometimes our emotions can really take hold of us. So maybe do a little bit of meditation or calming the nervous system down a bit before having important conversations like this. Try not to rehearse what you're saying, but just speak from the heart. Speak from the gut and heart. And it's not like turning your emotions off. It's more about getting your emotions regulated. You want to speak from the emotions, from the heart, but you don't want to allow the emotions to totally take over and then the message be fragmented within that deep emotion, because I feel like this is extremely emotional and important. We have intimacy, we have partnership, we have justice. At the bottom, we have resilience. I almost feel choked up at this moment. I'm not sure what's going on, Cancer, but it's like very deeply emotional. This has to do with an intimate connection, not necessarily sexual, or but intimate, meaning it is a part of your heart and soul. This is a connection that we drop all of our boundaries, our barriers. We allow others into us, into me. I see. Partnership. Now this definitely is what it is, right? Partnership. Someone that you are partnering up with in life. An intimate partnership. Justice. I think there's some justice that is needed, or maybe you feel like you are seeking justice in a situation, and you've been extremely resilient through this challenge. We are all wrapping up some big karmic lessons here, and one of the most important parts of doing that is to have the ability to let go of the past, let go of the past story, the past pain, whatever happened in the past. It's time to wipe the slate clean, and we can't wipe the slate clean until we really communicate all of that. It's not sweeping under the rug, but it is like, can we start fresh? Can we start new? Can we start with some balance and justice? And in whatever direction the partnership or relationship goes at that point, it's going to actually feel better. You won't be carrying this weight or baggage along with you any longer. Because the more that we hold on to the past and carry that weight with us, W-E-I-G-H-T, the heaviness, the density, the longer we wait, W-A-I-T, for healing, for progress on our spiritual path. This is why Pluto is really asking us to let go, let go, let go, let go of the stories, let go of the burden, let go of the pain, forgive. It's not just, we humans have a hard time reflecting and remembering on the beautiful good times without the pain and the darkness coming in. This is what Pluto is asking us to release, that pain and darkness and trauma and sadness, so that when we reflect on the good times, that's the energy we are emitting. That's the energy we are calling forth to us. It's not easy. It's easier said than done. Loneliness, under intimacy, right? Because when we're holding on to that pain from the past, the heaviness, the weight, the density, we have energetic boundaries up. We may not even be fully conscious of, but we're not allowing others into us, seeing into us. That leaves us feeling lonely within our connections. They're more superficial, surface level, and they serve their point their purpose for a moment in time, but that is eventually that becomes weighted down and heavy and dense. We have all these blackbirds that just arrived at my bird feeder. Very interesting. Okay, let's keep going here. And now the back of my crown is almost like it's in a vice grip. It's being squeezed. The crown chakra, the back of the occipital lobe. Partnership. Tell me about partnership. So there is an intimate connection that you are in partnership with that is important to have a very in-depth conversation about your truth. Whatever it is that you are carrying with you that is not, it is weighing you down. Freedom. It's time to free yourself from that density, from that weight. I possess the power and free will to create my own happiness. Cancer, you may not feel happy in this connection. One of the reasons why is because maybe it once was perceived as intimate, but this is telling me that it's not. It's no longer feeling intimate. We want to free ourselves from the past, create our own happiness. Let's talk about justice for Cancer. It's not that there's no love there. Judgment and gratitude. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So what needs to bring justice to the situation is to release judgment on another. And maybe talk about their judgment on yours. Maybe you can go in depth into an intimate conversation with this person to bring justice to the situation, so we're not mirroring each other in judgment. We're all on our own unique path. It doesn't matter how close and tied together you are. That's the interesting part of the journey of life, is that we are so interconnected. We are all one, yet we're all in our own individual bodies, having our own individual experience, but energetically and much more metaphysically and psychically, we are all intertwined and connected, okay? Some people understand this right off the bat, and some, it takes a while. It takes some experience to truly understand the depths of what I'm saying. I feel like you get that. Gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Yes. And that is assisting you through your resilience on this journey, on this path, Cancer, is that you do possess gratitude for everything and everyone that crosses your path. This allows you to really, it does allow you to clear a lot of things, heal a lot of things pretty quickly and keep moving on. But there is a partnership here. There's an intimate and there's relationship below that, failure below gratitude. So there may be something subconscious within you feeling like, I'm failing in this intimate partnership because I'm not able to speak my truth. There's a fear there. This might be a situation that you yourself did not want to admit until the energy really started to weigh you down. Pluto is really, Pluto will be going retrograde in just a few days here on May 1st. Pluto is asking us to take a deep look at our soul and speak our truth and go for clearing the past. Get in touch with our innate soul's journey and not what is playing out on the surface. Dropping the masks, dropping the play, how do you say, sometimes we unconsciously even are performing for others. We don't fully speak our mind, our truth, even though our energy speaks it, because it's old patterns. It's well, it's codependent for sure, but you know, being empath, it's being afraid. It's being afraid of being exposed, being afraid of losing someone or something. There's a lot of fear there, but it looks like it's getting to a point where it's a boiling point for you, Cancer, that it must be communicated. Waiting game. I think you've been waiting for maybe someone else to come around, like the other person to shift and maybe want to talk about this or open up the can of worms, open up the door, so to speak. Financial and material changes. So there could be a breakup or a split. Or maybe there's just, maybe you and this other person are going through some financial difficulties or losing something in the material. Maybe going through challenges together, yet not connecting intimately as you're going through these challenges. Bottom of the deck, we have partnership and alliances. Let's see, justice, positive movement forward. Under justice and justice and judgment. So this is the ultimate path, positive movement forward. Don't wait around, Cancer. Don't wait around for the other person. This is your time to initiate, instigate, be brave. Speak your truth. There's something so much deeper in this for you than what your fears are showing you. That's the other thing, is to release these fears. Get in touch with it. What is it that you're afraid of? Why are you not speaking up, opening up, speaking your mind? Is it just because you have such intense emotions involved, or is there something else? Is there childhood wounds? Is there ancestral patterns there? Because that's another thing that we're working through, ancestral patterns as a collective with Pluto and the eclipses. And the next eclipse, May 5th, is a full moon in Scorpio. Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. This is going to be such an intense time. It already is, but this eclipse point, the next one, is such an intense time of releasing and letting go. So you may be potentially, or the fear is having to split this partnership up. But you've got to be brave enough to speak your truth and see if it's receptive, if it's received. And you can bring justice to the situation. You can stop judging each other and move forward positively. Nothing's set in stone here. You create this reality for yourself, Cancer, with another. But it is also, you're walking your path. Open yourself up to be transparent. Requires being brave, being vulnerable, and open to intimate conversation. Deep, intimate conversation. All right, let's keep going here. Why is the waiting game here? The Tower. Tower in reverse. So you may not even be picking up what the universe is putting down for you, Cancer. In reverse, the Tower is universal forces coming in and really zapping, crumbling, burning down that which is no longer working. This is giant life changes. These are things that we are meant to learn from and move on and grow from. In reverse is you're in denial that this is something for you to learn about you. It's always you with you on this journey, even when we're partnered up with other people. Now I have a red cardinal at my bird feeder. Tower in reverse. It can be shocking, catches you off guard, didn't see that coming. Life-changing events. Life-changing events from the cosmos. In reverse, you're not seeing the lesson. Or if you're seeing it, you're in denial of it, that lesson is for you. Boy, this cardinal is hungry. Cardinals represent romance and love from the angelic realms. And the red ones are the males. Tell me about partnership. It says freedom. Life ebbs and flows. We go in and out of cycles. One day we may have millions of dollars. The next day we may have none. These are things that we have to accept about life. There are big lessons and messages in every experience that we have. It was impossible to predetermine exactly where your life path is going to take you. Here comes the sun. It was just raining too. Tell me about this partnership. There's something that your soul is urging you to free yourself from so that you can tap into your own happiness. Maybe you are equating your happiness with this other person, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. And we can't do that. We cannot do that, Cancer. We have to create our own happiness within ourselves. Once we start to attach too much to another person and get our self-esteem, our happiness, our anything from another source and not ourselves, that is when the universe is like, enough of that. Enough of that. You need to see this comes from you, not from another person. No matter how much you love them. And look what's below that. Disruption, another tower. Can't make this up. This was a spiritual connection. Very, very deeply. Because spiritual union is below that. It was a spiritual connection that connected you to you and your intuition. You grew and evolved from this connection. Now the cycles are changing and shifting in such an enormous way that you cannot deny it. The Wheel of Fortune is always spinning. The wheel of life is always turning. It's always guiding us to the next path. But if we hold on for dear life to the wheel, like, no, I don't want this to change. Guess what? Pluto comes in and is like, you cannot keep holding on to this. You can't. You've already received these towers and you're still not seeing them. You're denying it. I'm sorry, Cancer. These are deep truths that come out of these readings. Some people get angry, and I understand. But your soul will thank the messages at some point in time, if it is not already grateful and understanding of maybe something that you cannot see within yourself. Wow, the sun is really bright all of a sudden. And this doesn't have to necessarily be an intimate, like a romantic partner. But I'm kind of reading it is, for many. There's something important to talk about. When you have this important conversation, you will have clarity. something is changing, and it's changing. Things are moving and changing. And while you may be finding some balance and harmony within your own space or your own home, your safe place, 9 of Wands in reverse this is telling me there's some denial here. Not willing to take the action, not even conjuring up the courage to do what your soul is urging you to do, what you know deep down to do. 6 of Wands in reverse is ignoring your soul's cries, ignoring the universe, ignoring what deep down you know to be true. Okay. We're going to get you some advice on this one, Cancer. And if you're liking this video, please don't forget to click that like button, the thumbs up like button below the video. I greatly appreciate all that take the time that do that. That's really helpful. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm truly grateful for all of you who do take the time to like and share and subscribe. We're working with some interesting, we're in the technology age, right? And the algorithms with everything is just like taking over people. So we want to take our power back. Click that like button. Help us out. All right, Cancer, I don't know where that came from. Let's get you some advice. Oh, I just got it really hot. Broken open. Now I have a little thief. I have a squirrel that was attempting to get on my bird feeder. That's interesting. Symbology outside of my window right now. His name's Gus. I named him. He comes and steals birdseed all the time. Broken open. There are situations in life when you see the value of loss, grief, and a broken heart. Yet it's not the pain or loss itself that must be the focus of your attention here. No, not even the story of what happened, the details surrounding what has brought you to your knees is as important as what results from the experience. Can you see that this situation has broken you wide open, enabling you to have an even greater capacity for love, compassion, empathy, and understanding? You cannot be the same person as before. The only way forward is to move through it without resistance or manipulation, without attempting to bargain with unseen forces, because none of your usual fallbacks can put you back together again. If you do fall prey to self-absorption or self-pity, it will just make it harder to get to the next gradual phase leading to relief. Yet, even if you are prolonging the inevitable, you will get there eventually. The gift is in accepting who you've become as a consequence of integrating this difficult experience and allowing yourself to be more than you were. This wisdom comes at a high price, but the value of your experience of moving through and to the other side is unsurpassed. Love the you that is the result of being broken open by life's challenges and lessons. That's a hard one to read, because my heart goes out to you for this situation. Pluto is really ripping us away from all that we are attached to. It's an important lesson in life. One of freedom, one of understanding that we create our own happiness, even when in partnership, and one of, learning the lessons that are set on our path, but most importantly, speaking our truth and living from that truth. So that is the message that I have for you this time around, Cancer. I hope that this was helpful for you, and I'm sending you so much love. Take care. Bye.